Hi, my name is Craig Case. I'm your instructor for GENS225R online class. And it's my desire to provide a video like this and then also to provide a few more videos over the course of our 10 weeks together that will provide some insight on writing and doing research, and also in response perhaps to some of the topics that you bring up in your journals. And because our class is online, I want to provide some videos from me so that you do kind of see a face and see a real person that is behind this class, and will be instructing and teaching you as well. A little background on myself: I got my bachelor's in English literature from the University of Minnesota, and I was a part of an honors program there that really helped me in terms of writing and researching in an academic environment. And it was a great program, and I was very fortunate to be a part of that. And a lot of the topics and skills that I bring into this class in many ways are a connection to my undergraduate days at the U of M. And then I also went on to proceed to get my master's in divinity from Bethel Seminary. And then I'm currently working on another master's in Christian thought from Bethel Seminary. I've been teaching at Bethel University for the last 7 years and taught a handful of classes both in general studies and also in Christian ministries. Classes like GENS225R, successful writing, reading and responding to the arts. And then classes in Christian ministries I've taught are Christian theology, apologetics, leadership in ministry, and also a brand new writing course just for Christian ministry majors that kind of takes a GENS225R but really puts in the context of Christian ministries. And I'm very excited about that class, and that's going to launch this fall. Well, some details about GENS225R, and I'm just going to look over at the syllabus here and just highlight a few of the outcomes. One of the things that I want to really encourage you on is to develop an hypothesis. And in doing so, you're going to need, obviously, to pick a topic, a focus that you want to do more research on. And I want to encourage you to pick a topic that you're interested in. Perhaps it's something that you've had experience with, or perhaps it's simply a subject that you find yourself thinking about quite a bit, or perhaps talking about. And when you pick that topic, you're going to want to develop a hypothesis. An hypothesis is a prediction, where you make a prediction about two entities. For example, just a very general hypothesis would be, I predict that the NFL is more popular among Americans than Major League Baseball. Or another example of an hypothesis would be is that the Dominican Republic provides more baseball players than any country in the world. And by doing that, I'm comparing two entities. In my first example, it's comparing the National Football League with Major League Baseball. And the second one was a comparison with Dominican baseball players with players from other countries in the world. And as you can tell, I'm a sports fan, and it's baseball season, so those two came to mind. But those are two very general ones. In fact, if I were to actually do a research project on either of those areas, I would actually get more specific than that, because those are so general, and I could read a bunch of information about that. So you want to develop not only a topic, but a hypothesis. And there's going to be some exercises that help you develop a hypothesis. And what that's going to really do, it's going to give you focus on your research project. Because, for example, again, tying back to my hypothesis, let's say I were just simply to want to do a paper on the National Football League. And that's a very general, very open topic, and there's a lot of different directions I could go. Or perhaps in the second one is simply doing a research project on Dominican baseball players. Again, there's so many different things I could talk about with something like that. So a hypothesis really brings focus and structure to your research project. And also with that, what you want to do is develop some research questions. And I'm going to help you in doing that. So please let me know, as you pick your topic, as you pick an hypothesis, is what kind of research questions do you want to develop that's really going to help and bring some legs in terms of your research. And in fact, as you dive into your research, you might find actually that with your data, with the information that you compile in your research, it might actually prove the reverse case. For example, let's say I did research on the NFL and Major League Baseball and actually found out that Major League Baseball is more popular than the NFL. That's okay. Or let's say I found out that there were more baseball players from the country of Canada than the Dominican Republic. That would be okay as well. And oftentimes I've seen a lot of research projects where students have a prediction and they find out something else and they write about that. And that's entirely okay. And you need to go with the research that you find in terms of your research essay. Also, one of the things that we're going to do in this class is really to help you develop an understanding of what is credible, what are credible websites. Not every website is equal as you do research. And what we're going to do in this class is help you find ways where you can identify websites that are credible. For example, one example would be websites that you come across that have a .edu or a .org to them. Typically, a lot of those websites are very reliable and very credible when it comes to research. When it comes to the .coms, those aren't as likely to be as credible because there's so many of those. And then also, as we talk about websites where there's credibility and reliability, I want to encourage you, if you use Wikipedia, not to use Wikipedia in your research project in terms of actually using one of the pages or one of the subjects mentioned in there. Now, it's entirely okay to use Wikipedia as a springboard for a topic. So, for example, let's say if I were to do my paper on the Dominican Republic and Major League Baseball, perhaps there's a Wikipedia page on that subject. And what I would do is perhaps read some of the information and go to the bottom. Because on the bottom you'll find actually a bibliography or references of articles and other research resources that you could use and actually look up. That's where Wikipedia is great to find some of that bibliography information or reference information on the bottom. And it has perhaps a compilation of books or magazines that you can check out as well. And also one of the things that you're going to learn in this class, and some of you, this might be like nails on a chalkboard, but actually how to format and how to quote citations in APA format. And we're going to work on that together. So I want to save some time for one of my other videos to dig into some more of our outcomes and more of the topics, but it just gives you a little bit of an idea what we're trying to accomplish in this class. And I want to encourage you to stay on time with the assignments. You'll notice on our Moodle page that you could actually check the boxes once you complete an assignment, and that's a great brand new addition actually to Moodle to be able to do that. That way you can kind of keep track of the assignments that you're completing. But as you do your assignments, if there's any question, if you hit a roadblock, if you hit, when you're diving into your research, you kind of hit a wall and you're hitting your head against the wall, let me know how I can help you. If you have an iPhone, we could FaceTime. I have a Skype address, and if you want to just talk, if you want to meet and have coffee and talk more about your subject, I'm more than willing to do that over the course of our 10 weeks together, because my desire is really to come alongside you and to help you write. And I know writing can be a very intimidating thing. It can be something that perhaps brings fear to you, and maybe as you've come back to Bethel as a part of the CAPS program, perhaps it's been some time where you've actually had to write, and doing a course like this just brings a lot of trepidation for you. Well, I want to alleviate that. I want to take that away, and whatever I can do to come alongside you, let me know. And also, one thing I want to add too, over the course of our 10 weeks, one of my desires is to help you become a better writer. Because no matter what your profession is, whatever your context is, communication, and especially written communication, can make a real big difference in terms of your life and your professional life. I've seen it happen, and I've actually seen the impact in the lives of our students, whether they're businessmen or businesswomen, or they work at whatever company, or they're involved perhaps in a nonprofit, maybe they're in sales, whatever that is. I've seen where written communication can make a big difference in terms of their job and also promotion opportunities as well. Well, my information is provided in the syllabus. My phone number is 651-395-1891, and my email address is craig-case@bethel.edu. Well, I'm looking forward to our 10 weeks together, and thank you so much for your attention and watching this video. And again, let me know how I can best serve you. God's best.